Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of I've Got Questions. I'm your host, Katie, and of course, this is the podcast where curiosity just runs wild, the conversations are weird, and the advice, as always, unsolicited. I am happy to have you join me today because I am going to share with you what's the most unexpected life lesson I've learned so far this year. And I know, we're only what 8 months in? No, no, we're almost 9 months into 2025. And let me tell you something. The lessons are coming hard and fast. And so I am willing to share with you what I've learned if you are willing to share with me what you have learned. We can agree on that? All right. Well, I'm glad we can agree. So let's get started. Now, my first lesson, let me tell you something. I live on an island. We don't have a lot of the fast-paced moving things like America or the UK or the rest of the world. And so we've been commissioned, I should say we've been taught patience. Things don't just happen, boom, overnight. You drop it, it's there, it's a no. So when I travel to the US, and this is the mindset that is there, I expect boom, fast, it's there when I see my Amazon overnight order. But let me tell you something. Mm, mm. I don't trust them. I don't trust the Target, the Amazon, none of them. You know why? Because they all lied to me. Nothing gets me more excited than seeing, oh, your order is out for delivery. Is it? Is it out for delivery? Because you see, I've been sitting here for the past 2 hours and nobody not show up. So what's going on? Don't trust them. Do not trust. Do not trust them because I have had so many orders that I've been told is out for delivery that arrived a week later. Granted, by then it's of no use to me because by then I pack up and go on my business. But don't trust them. Don't trust them. And I know you guys will be like, well, what do you order that you need urgently? And I just want to go out on a limb and say, and hear me when I say this. This comes from the heart. Buying a planner does not magically make you organized. It really just makes you the proud owners of very pretty planners. And that hit me deep because I really thought it would help me to get my act together. This year, I think last year, December, I bought a planner. It was gorgeous, had everything, beautiful. I wrote in it twice. 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 You heard me. Twice. But then I saw another one and I thought that one would help me too, so I bought that one too. Let's just say I have a lot of planners, and I was hoping that they would help me to organize the chaos that is my life. But I realized again through life's lessons, and this is one of my favorite ones, this was something really big for me, that this too shall pass. It didn't matter how overwhelming I felt in the moment, it didn't matter how it affected me, whether it was school or work or life in general. It won't last forever. And there's a song that I keep replaying that it quotes, every storm runs out of rain, and every dark cloud changes into a nice blue, pretty sky eventually. So I just had to hang on. And I talked about this when I brought, back season two because I loved the idea, and I think that was it, the idea of what all of this could be. And I worked towards it. Then I got overwhelmed and I didn't know how to balance. And there are lots of tools that are out there and lots of things that are available. And I thought maybe owning all of these planners would make me do all of these things, when in truth, I needed discipline to sit down and work through these things individually and complete things. And so no amount of planners was going to make me organized. I had to declutter my mind and do the work. And that made me feel better. It really did. It is hard because, as I've shared with you guys, I'm on the journey of completing my MBA. And, that in its own is, poof, yeah, yeah. That's a lesson on its own. Just, yeah, somebody asked me if I was going to get my PhD when I'm finished. I said, I don't want no NBC, CBS, fuck, none of them. I don't want no more letters. I'm good. I don't want it. My brain needs to just go sit somewhere and you know be quiet. But it really changed my way of thinking. It's about how you see it and how change can affect you in a positive way. Change isn't always negative, and 9 out of 10 times when you encounter change, it's so you can grow. If you look at it more from a I'm learning a lesson here, as opposed to, well, oh my gosh, this is happening to me. No, no, no. What am I supposed to learn from this? What is the basis behind this conversation? Then you would understand that change is meant to happen for you. So you go through, you embrace the change, and then you move forward. It is a beautiful thing. I have to say, it is really amazing what can happen when you embrace that change. And then, of course, when I'm going through this, and I learned that growth doesn't always feel like progress. And that was a big one for me, because I am so used to things just, this needs to be, and then this is the result, and it moves. No, sometimes it feels like chaos, but it's still growth. It really is. It is still growth. Tiny habits is what I had to develop. And I read a book on it, and it was really, I don't remember the author, but I'll share it um, later. It's a book called Tiny Habits. Where these small things equate to so much more than just your average everyday, do the big grandiose thing and that's it. No. Sometimes it's these tiny habits that builds momentum, that gets you that discipline, that helps you to move, forward, and get that progression done. So yeah, let's go ahead, let's get it done. And I'd like to also say one life lesson, because I don't know if you guys have noticed, my skin is glowing. But drinking water has really been a life lesson for me. I have gone through most of my life, being allergic to water. Yeah, alcohol, sodas, juice, drinks, you name it. That was my forte. And for the last month or two, I have been drinking solely water and coffee, because I can't give up everything, guys. I can't give up everything. And then the occasional alcoholic beverage here and there, but 90% water. And it really has made a difference. Okay, I'm just saying. You feel a headache, drink some water. You feel like you're in an existential crisis, drink some water. You're hungry, drink some water. Just saying. It has done miracles. It's worked wonders, at least for me. So, do what you need for though, and let me know. And of course, I always want to hear from you guys. I want to know, what is the most unexpected lesson you've learned this year. You can DM me, you can drop it in the comments, you can send me an email, you can send me a TikTok message, Instagram, guys, you name it. At I got questions. For YouTube, it's also at I got questions. Can't miss me, but remember, it's with a K. That's the important part. It is with a K, not a Q. because of course your girl's unique. But yeah, no, I really want to hear what is the most unexpected lesson you've learned this year. And as I said, for me, it is so many things. But what really stood out for me was this too shall pass. To just get on your grind. And with that being said, of course, you guys know it's time for no stupid questions. So yeah. Today I got asked if every life's lesson, sorry, if every lesson of life has a lesson. Oh Jesus. Vanessa, can I read today? Jesus, peace. If every season of life has a lesson, why do we fight the hardest against the ones that teach us the most? Um, I, mm, I think human beings, and I say this for myself, I think we're addicted to the pain that comes with some things in life. Um, the idea of I gotta do it myself, I gotta earn it and learn it myself. I can't live through other people's, whatever it is that they're going through. And it really allows us sometimes to go into these seasons where we don't realize sometimes that we are being taught a lesson. And I think that's the biggest contributor because I don't think it's so much that we fight hardest against the ones that teach us the most. I think we fight hardest because those are the ones that leave the most impact on us. They're the ones that are probably more traumatic. And so we find ourselves in an emotional state where we can't move past the lesson that is being learned because whatever it is so traumatic. So we keep repeating the cycle over and over. And for some people, they enjoy being in that state of chaos. It feeds something in them. Yeah, this one I'd love to hear from you guys as well. If every season of life has a lesson, why do we fight the hardest against the ones that teach us the most? I genuinely am stumped on this one because I feel like there's so many ways to answer this, so many answers to this. So I don't want to just share my view. I'd love to hear from you guys as well. Okay, tell me what you think. And I know that this segment, is to answer those questions that we don't want to ask out loud. We don't want to put full thought to or let anybody hear us ask. But that's why I am here to ask the question out loud. And you guys tell me, what do you think, right? What do you think? Because this one has your girl looking at it like, whoo, what does that mean? But yeah, tell me what you think. That's it for no stupid questions. I tell you, life will always have lessons. Some small, some huge, but all of them shape who you are and who you will become. That is for sure. That for sure. And again, we just need to lean in and embrace those things. It really helps us to be the version of ourselves that we're probably shying away from. Lean in. As always, thank you for tuning in to I Got Questions. Again, I'm Katie. Yes, you guys know me by now, but just in case you're new here, thank you. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for tuning in to me and all of my many questions, because Lord knows I always got questions. So please also share with me what is that life lesson that you've learned so far this year. And don't worry, the year isn't over. There's lots more lessons to be learned. And we will take them on and we will grow together. Okay? Until next time, stay curious. Bye.